Hello, Sherry Truhlar with Red Apple Auctions, and happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Next week is Christmas. I'd say happy Hanukkah, but we just finished that, so I'm a little late to the game on that. But I wanted to share the last video of 2021 with a tip that will serve you well when it comes to planning your auction next year. Now, of course, this is the holiday season. A lot of people are going to be getting together, certainly more than did in 2020. In addition, we're starting to see more events happen in general. So you might attend a holiday party, a corporate party, a friends get together, family get together, New Year's Eve event, that sort of thing. And last year, my guess is that that was clamped down a bit more. So during those social times, what I would encourage you to do is, as we have a natural way of just catching up with people, what they've been doing over the last year, hobbies and interests that they've perhaps developed, and homes that they've purchased, the cabin on the lake, the new beach house in North Carolina, whatever the case might be. Those are natural little facts that you can tuck away. And next year, you can utilize that when it comes time for your procurement. Someone who may have really gotten into cooking or learning how to bake might be willing to donate something to the auction around that. Or certainly for your vacation homes, reaching out and saying, hey, I remember when we spoke over the holidays, you bought that beautiful cabin on the lake. Would that be something you'd consider donating to the school auction or to this nonprofit, which has captured my heart, and I'm helping them to raise money? Could you donate a week stay at the cabin? Those little things that just in a natural way, because you're interested in people, can also be utilized later when it comes time for procurement, when it comes time to reach out. And the nice thing about those is very rarely do they have money attached to them that you have to pay. Whereas in the case of, say, consignment, you're going to be paying for that. Not that I'm down on consignment, because actually I think that there's a real good place and need for it at certain times. But in general, if you can secure those great trips and other donations without consignment, then that's going to be a better way to go for your auction itself. So that's my tip for you. I'll just say as well, an example. I worked an event, very large school auction. I think it was certainly a record breaker in recent history. And they had 800 guests as well. All of them were vaccinated. That was managed through CrowdPass. If you want to do research on that, you can, but CrowdPass was managing all of the vaccination cards so that guests would get a QRS code when they walked in to be scanned. And they had a tremendous auction. We think it was a record breaker for sure. They're still gathering the final net income on all of that. But those trips that they sold came from parents. For those of you, and maybe alumni parents too, as I think about it. And for those of you that are working in the nonprofit space, you don't have a closed community like that. You get to throw your net a bit wider. But those people who have homes or interests, passions that can donate, again, that's something that you can educate your committee on, to say, well, think about in your family, who's got this skill or who has this sort of a home. Those all can be utilized a bit later and make it into a warm lead for your procurement instead of a cold lead. So often I see groups just sending out letters and hoping to see what comes back. And although that can reap some donations, very often your best donations are going to come when you ask directly for something like that. So there you have it. If you are looking for additional information, several ways you can get that. First, you can head over to redappleauctions.com. I have a number of free resources there. You can sign up for the newsletter. Lots of great ways to enhance your auction education over at that site, as well as even set up an appointment with me to book something for 2022. And then if you're watching this video on YouTube, you can go ahead and hit the subscribe button. A bell will pop up. If you hit the bell, then that will tell you when my next video is released. Now, my next newsletter comes out between Christmas and New Year's. I probably won't be sharing a video in that, probably just more of a wrap up of the year, that sort of thing. So this will be the last video of 2021. I wish you all a great holiday season and that you are surrounded by the people you care about most. All right. Thanks for watching.